Coming up on OZ News, finals, projects, papers, there's a lot to finish before the school year ends. We'll have tips to get the work done and relieve some stress.
State College Boulevard near campus has been closed for months. Find out when the project will end.
Coming up on weather, I have the latest temperatures in the OC for this week.
I'm Christine Mason. Coming up in entertainment, Nicki Minaj is helping some kids get to college. All this and much more. OC News starts right now.
Welcome and thank you for joining us here at OC News. I'm Desiree Higuereta.
And I'm Lucero Burto. OC News is brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at CSUF Fullerton. With finals rapidly approaching, the Public Library is keeping the lights on longer while the Titan Student Union is providing a place for stress relief. Frank Larisco is at the library with more.
Starting today, students will be able to come to the Public Library and Titan Student Union at any hour of the day for 2 weeks. The Public Library will be open 24/7 and is extending study space for students who want to come and study. Students will be able to come to Public Library North Room 103 and 420 if they want to get their reading and writing on in the next 2 weeks. In addition, students can come here to the TSU to come relieve some stress. ASI will be hosting a plethora of events, including massages, pizza and puppies, and painting and pastries. If you plan to come to the library after 12 a.m. to study, don't forget your Titan card, or you may have to study somewhere else until sunrise. I'm Frank Larisco. Now back to you in the studio.
Since 2015, State College Boulevard between the 91 freeway and Chapman and Fullerton has been under construction. Orange County Transit Authority and the City of Fullerton have been working together to build the vehicle undercrossing to help reduce congestion for residents, businesses, and the students. Matthew Kessler has more.
Here at State College Boulevard between Commonwealth and Fender Avenue in Fullerton, construction on the new vehicle underpass has had this community holding its breath. This once bustling throughway has been silenced. Now all you hear is the sound of construction. Because of this, local businesses have lost a lot of patronage and even gone under.
We've had a road closure in front of the shop for over 2 years now, or almost 2 years. And so, there's no drive-by traffic. And I think that's the hardest thing for us.
These images, courtesy of the OCTA website, show what the project will look like once it is finished. Yet so far, shopkeepers have been told that completion of this major undertaking is still a long way away. According to the OCTA, this project was scheduled to be completed by the summer. However, delay after delay has postponed its completion.
Yeah, in the beginning, I think we were led to believe that it was going to be only like maybe a year and a half, 2 years tops. And then over the course of that time, it just kept getting pushed back and pushed back.
With local businesses so heavily impacted from the closure here at State College Boulevard in Fullerton, everyone is anxious for the reopening of the street. However, no one knows when exactly that'll be. I'm Matthew Kessler, reporting for OC News.
As many of us know, homework, finals, and grades are some of the main priorities for students. But it may not be the only thing on their mind. This morning, I spoke to some financial experts, and they will give us more information on what students may be missing. Establishing credit is an important task of adulthood that may not be too high on the priority list for college students.
You know what? I don't even actually know what credit even is, so.
Credit is often a key tool used in financial decisions. So if you plan to apply for a loan or buy a car, you may need acceptable credit to qualify.
Since I've probably been establishing it for a while now, so I have a good credit score, and that helped me to get the car I have now.
Professor David Nanijian says the first step to building credit is applying for a card, and there are 3 key features students should look out for.
First, the credit card should be available to those with a limited credit history. Second, the credit card should feature a generous rewards program. And third, the credit card should have a low annual fee.
But some students may find getting approved difficult. So what options do they have? Bank of America, Schools First, and Wells Fargo are only a few of the financial institutions that offer secured credit cards designed for those who have poor or zero credit history. Professor Anijian says after getting a card, some students struggle to use credit responsibly, and they tend to make two common mistakes.
The first is not making their payments on time. The second is that they exceed 10 or 20% of their credit line.
Credit Karma says the average score for someone 18 to 24 years old is 630, and that is not great. So what score should we aim for?
I think that any credit score above 700 would be a good credit score.
Students are recommended to visit their local bank to explore their options and discuss their credit. For OC News, I'm Desiree Higuereta. The end of the semester can be stressful. Francesca Loren brings us an event that can melt away the stress.
Finals and graduation, the end of the semester can definitely be stressful, but don't worry because the SRC has you covered. Tonight at 7:30, they will be holding a candlelit yoga meditation class that will go from 7:30 to about 9:30 to account for the meditation. So if you are feeling a little bit stressed and there's a lot going on, be sure to try to take a quick study break because yoga is amazing and the meditation will definitely calm you down for this stressful time. Again, it's at the SRC at 7:30, so be sure to be there. Back to you guys in the studio. This is Francesca Loren with OC News.
The annual Tuffy Awards took place here at CSUF. Frank Laurarisco brings us all of the inside info on who won the big in 2017.
The third annual Tuffy Awards brought together several California State Fullerton's student-run organizations to recognize the best among them.
Among the awards handed out were the Emergent Organization of the Year Award, the Titans in Action Award, and the Student Organization of the Year Award. Former Dean of Students Tonantino Segura and Associated Students Incorporated President Lenitza Berrios were among the speakers and presenters. The Titans in Action Award went to Circle K International, who spent over 5,900 hours over the course of the academic year serving the community and others. For their work promoting healthy behavior and practices for students at Cal State Fullerton, Eta Sigma Gamma Delta Rio was named the Student Organization of the Year. Just a few years ago, the Criminal Justice Student Association had gone dormant. Last Thursday, the success of its revival was marked by its recognition as the Emergent Organization of the Year.
It's honestly an amazing feeling. I did not even imagine we would be in a position like this. I just thought, hey, let's just go out there, work hard, do our best to just get this club up and running again. But to get an award like this, absolutely amazing.
Organizations weren't the only ones honored at the event held at the Titan Student Union Pavilions. Individuals such as Elizabeth Wilbur and Kaylee Bates were also honored. Wilbur raised $54,000 for Orange County hospitals, and Bates, as board member of the ASI, helped secure emergency housing for students.
Wilbur was recognized as the Outstanding Advocate of the Year, while Bates received the Titans Leaving Their Legacy Award for the impact of her work on campus.
Specifically, as chair of the board of directors, I've done a lot of things to help some cultural shifts with our organization to be able to support all of our Titans while we're here, not just some, but all of them, and have everyone feel comfortable and like they have a home, because I felt so much like this is a second home coming from Sacramento that I wanted everyone to feel like that when they're here on campus.
For OC News, I'm Frank Laurarisco.
A bombshell testimony has been dropped about Russia. North Korea has captured yet another American citizen and thousands are protesting in France. Kiana DeLeo has the details.
Former Acting Attorney General Sally Yates faced questions from senators today in Capitol Hill over the ongoing investigation into the relationship between the Trump administration and Russia. This is Yates' first public appearance since she was fired from her position as Acting Attorney General after refusing to enforce an executive order by President Donald Trump in January. Her testimony focusing squarely on former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn and that the underlying conduct that General Flynn had engaged in was problematic. Yates said that Russia will continue to develop capabilities to use against the United States, and we need to be ready to meet those threats. Yates warned the Trump White House about then National Security Advisor Michael Flynn and that the Russians also knew that General Flynn had misled the vice president and others. Not only did we believe that the Russians knew this, but that they likely had proof of this information, and that created a compromise situation. A situation where the National Security Advisor essentially could be blackmailed by the Russians. And now, Obama administration officials say that he warned the incoming president against hiring Flynn due to his alleged ties with Russia. Flynn stepped down on February 13th. Sean Spicer, White House press secretary, said if President Obama was truly concerned about General Flynn, why didn't he suspend General Flynn's security clearance? They had just reapproved months earlier. President Trump tweeted early this morning, "Ask Sally Yates under oath if she knows how classified information got into the newspapers soon after she explained it." North Korea has detained another U.S. citizen for the second time in 2 weeks. Kim Hak-song was taken into custody on Saturday, suspected of hostile acts toward the regime. His wife spoke to media and says she hopes her husband is set free. He was working in agricultural development at Pyongyang University of Science and Technology. Pyongyang is the only private educational institution in North Korea. It is run by a Korean-American professor and funded largely by Christian groups. It began offering classes in English to the North Korean elite in 2010. Last month, another American who taught at the same school was also detained. 4 Americans are currently being held in North Korea. Hundreds of activists are gathering in France protesting against Emmanuel Macron's labor reform plans. The protesters object to government reforms that make it easier for employers to hire and fire workers and relax the limit on working hours. They began their protest Thursday when Macron was elected president in France. 2,000 riot police were deployed to prevent a repeat of the violent clashes during the last demonstration in June. Thankfully, no one was injured. And that's all for World News. I'm Kiana DeLeo. Back to you, ladies. Thank you, Kiana. Coming up after the break, Christine has more on Nicki Minaj's new way to connect with her fans and Miley Cyrus's change of heart.
And later, we have more on the rough outing the Angels had against the Astros.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
French fries. Finding best potatoes.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
After a weekend of wild weather, the sun is out, and Marisa Garcia has a forecast for this week's temperatures.
Over the weekend, there were thunderstorms and even some hail in SoCal. But let's take a look at the weather across the nation. Over in the East Coast, they are still experiencing some rain. There are a couple of thunderstorms in Houston and Atlanta. It may be cloudy across the nation, but that is not dropping the temperatures in the Midwest. There's Albuquerque is at a high of 82 and Phoenix at a high of 80. And let's go ahead and take a look at our current temperatures in Fullerton. Today was a beautiful Monday in Fullerton. We were at a high of 74. And don't forget that light jacket as the sun sets at 7:40, bringing in that low temperature of 55. Let's go ahead and see our 5-day forecast. Tomorrow, it'll be a high of 70, partly cloudy. Those clouds will linger on into Wednesday, dropping down a little bit at a high of 69. It'll be partly cloudy over in Thursday with a high of 55 and a high of 75 and a low of 55. That sunshine will be back out on Friday with a high of 76 and Saturday a high of 77. That's all for weather. Back to you.
Breaking the box office, new music from Miley Cyrus, and more. Christine Mason has this week's entertainment news. Christine?
Hey guys, let's talk all things entertainment. There wasn't much doubt which movie would top the weekend box office, only how badly it would crush the competition. Let's take a look. Beauty and the Beast moved back into the top 5, earning $4.9 million for a domestic total of $488 million. How to Be a Latin Lover fell to 4th place, picking up $5.25 million for a 10-day total of $21 million. $6.2 million put the animated family comedy Boss Baby in 3rd place. After 3 weekends on top, The Fate of the Furious fell to 2nd, but $8.5 million put the pick past the $200 million mark in domestic grosses. To no one's surprise, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 zoomed straight to the top, opening with $145 million, more than $50 million higher than the original's debut. Nicki Minaj has found a new way to connect with her fans, pay their school bills. This weekend, a fan on Twitter jokingly asked the rapper to help with tuition. Her response? "Show me the straight A's that I can verify with your school, and I'll pay it. Dead serious." Of course, that kicked off a flood of requests. Minaj promised to help several more students before wrapping up. "Let me make those payments tomorrow, then I'll see if I have any money left. I'll do some more in a month or two." Fans, the wait is finally over. Miley Cyrus is coming back to the music scene with a bang. After taking a self-imposed media blackout, the singer sat down with Billboard to discuss the next steps in her career. As it turns out, new music and a new album are coming sooner rather than later. According to the publication, the first single, titled Malibu, is set to be released on May 11th. And just 2 days later, the singer will appear at 102.7 Kiss FM's Wango Tango to perform the new tune. The first single off the untitled album is being described as a breezy love song with sounds you've never heard from Miley before. The rest of the album is going to be personal, with lots of melodies about love. This is Miley leaning into her roots more than I've ever heard, Dad Billy Ray Cyrus shared with Billboard. For her, this is honest. Can't wait to hear the new single. The first ever MTV Movie and TV Awards were held this Sunday. From some serious fashion on the red carpet to moving acceptance speeches to Adam Devine's unpredictable hosting strategy, the show did not disappoint when it came to making us gasp, laugh, and simply shake our heads in shock. Easily one of the most memorable moments of the show was Emma Watson making history. The Beauty and the Beast actress took home the first ever genderless actor award by winning Best Actor in a Movie. While accepting her golden popcorn statue, she thanked MTV for taking such a huge step forward.
MTV's move to create a genderless award for acting will mean something different to everyone. But to me, it indicates that acting is about the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes. And that doesn't need to be separated into 2 different categories.
Other highlights of the show included performances by Noah Cyrus, Big Sean, Camila Cabello, and Pitbull, and the cast of Stranger Things taking home the award for Best TV show, presented by the cast of the controversial show 13 Reasons Why.
And the winner is...
Who is that? What is it?
What? We love this show.
Stranger Things!
That does it for your entertainment news this week. Back to you, ladies.
Coming up after the break, Cal State Fullerton's graduating class of 2017 will set a new record.
And amazing things happened in Hawaii for the Titan men's baseball team.
Yes, and coming up on OC News, we'll have more on how the Lady Titans clinched the Big West title for the 2nd time in a row.
Did you go to the schoolyard? Calm down. Where did you look? We can make a plan somehow. He's a smart boy, and he's gonna be okay. Okay, try to call him again. There's no reception right now. Everything is down. Try. I can't. Try already. Nothing's working. Well, just everything's down. Do you think he's on his way? Please. Is he okay? Laura. Please. Please tell me he's okay. I need you to calm down.
Why, that's my baby.
This is so bad. He's out there by himself.
Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov.
Hey guys, it's Kiara with sports, so let's get straight into it. Starting off with our very own Titans. Our Lady Titans not only swept the CSUF Matadors, but also clinched their second Big West title on Senior Day. Talk about a fairy tale ending. Jasmine Arenas is live with the latest details.
The Lady Titans clinched the Big West title here at home. Now let me tell you guys this, 2 years ago, Lady Titans were in a rut with CSUN, and this time it was totally different. The Titans had the toughest lineup this weekend, but the pitchers put them to hold and were able to bounce back in all 3 games. Now starting Friday night, they went 10 innings. Yes, softball win 10 innings. And Zoe Richards, freshman Zoe Richards, had a stellar performance in bottom of the 10th with a 3-run jack to get the win for the Titans. Second game, an offensive game. Third game, still offensive. Titans had to lead the whole game. It was in the top of the 7th, where CSUN started to come back, but they were unable to keep up with the Titans. A little history about CSUN, or a little fact, CSUN actually has all Olympians on their coaching staff. And not only that, but they were unable to keep up with the Titans to give the Titans their second Big West title in a row. Now the ladies go on to close the regular season versus UC Santa Barbara this weekend, and then come back, getting back to work to face NCAA regionals May 19th. Now, of course, their goal is to make it to Oklahoma City, but Titans are just taking their time as they are preparing for the regionals and be able to win these games first. Back to the studio. Back to you, Kira.
Our Titans baseball team traveled to Hawaii this weekend to take on the Rainbow Warriors in a weekend series. The Titans won the series 2-1. The men cruised to a 6-2 victory on Sunday, giving them their 9th series win of the season. It's going to be a huge day Tuesday as the baseball team hosts UCLA at 6 p.m. So come out and support our boys. Tailgate does start at 5 p.m. in the Triangle Lot. Go Titans! Now moving on to the Anaheim Angels. The Angels dropped below 500 as they lost to the Houston Astros Sunday 5-3. Jose Altuve's 3-run home run and Evan Gattis' solo shot helped knock off the Angels on Sunday afternoon, clinching the series for Houston. The Angels are back in action as they take on the Oakland A's beginning on Tuesday. Now on to hockey. The Ducks had one of the greatest comebacks in NHL history on Friday, coming to a 3-0 deficit with less than 4 minutes remaining and coming back to win the second overtime, making the final score 4-3. However, the Ducks got handled pretty good on Sunday, losing to the Edmonton Oilers 7-1, tying the series up 3 games apiece. Game 7 is on Wednesday, with the winner of the game going to the Stanley Cup Western Finals. Now, wrapping up the NBA playoffs are heating up as the Warriors took 3-0 lead against the Utah Jazz, the Houston Rockets, and San Antonio Spurs, even the series out with the Rockets winning Game 4 on Sunday 125-104. In the East, Cavs swept the Toronto Raptors and await the winner of the Boston vs. Washington series, which is knotted up at 2 games apiece. And that's all I have for sports today. Back to you, lovely ladies.
Exciting, nervous, enthusiastic. Yep. Those are some of the emotions that the class of 2017 is feeling. Graduation is coming up fast at Cal State Fullerton, and this year's class will top the 10,000, a record for CSUF.
I'm finally done, and this is so exciting.
Enjoy life in a sense.
It's exciting.
It's unbelievable.
Just an exciting feeling just for everybody, myself, my family.
I've learned that you can't give up. You have to have a goal, and you gotta do what it takes to reach that goal. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. It's taken me a while to get here, but I wouldn't change it.
It's been an amazing experience. I came as a transfer student and they welcomed me with open arms. I've been going to school for so long and it's like, now I'm not gonna go back. Officially done.
Always set yourself goals and just
go for it.
School was an amazing experience over 4 years here at Cal State Fullerton, and it's happy to see more students going on to pursue their dreams as well, but also sad because college was just such a great time for me, and a lot of growth and learning happened here for me. So I also feel sad just that my time here is over.
Congratulations to all the graduates, not only here at Cal State Fullerton, but at colleges everywhere. As this chapter of our lives is coming to an end, we'd like to wish you all good luck moving forward, and congratulations, you finally did it. Be sure to follow us on our social media handle at OC News CSUF for the latest updates regarding OC News.
That does it for Monday's edition of OC News. Be sure to catch us of our last show of the semester. See you next fall.